The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pickett back to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Pickett going to keep it himself. And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. Pickett again. This time he looks to throw it. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Option right, Pickett going to run with it. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Pickett now from the gun here. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Well, there's a new man here under center. What do you think they saw to acquire him, Charles?
I think they went back to their old scouting reports because those never go away. And I think that they liked him when he was coming out of school. Didn't have the opportunity to get him. But now with this opportunity, they think they can get him back to this former level. From the gun, Murray.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Flush to his right. Touchdown, Browns! Elijah Moore, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Browns 14, Steelers nothing.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second down, here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Pickett sets up play action. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. You look at this Browns defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Browns 14. Steelers.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. Kicking into a headwind here in the second quarter. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 4th down, Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
4-yard gain on the play. First down, Cleveland.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And he completes it to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Now a 2nd and 2.
At their 49-yard line.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Murray now running right on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kyler Murray, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Browns 21, Steelers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On the play. And the Steelers first down.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Pickett now on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16.
That's another Pittsburgh Steeler. 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw, Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Olszewski now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10, it's Pickett again. He's got his man downfield, it's Robinson. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Pickett to throw on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by DeMonte Casey. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team. And
touchdown! Allen Robinson as the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Chubb producing on that run, and he produces year after year for the Browns. Third in the league with over 1,500 yards in 2022. He quietly is in the top 20 all-time in both yards and touchdowns in a player's first 5 seasons.
A final shot before half from Murray. Looking deep downfield. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Now another shot here at the PAT. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Olszewski now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
13 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard
From the
line.
32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Easy. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Shotgun now for Murray.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
How about that play from Peoples-Jones, and how about the 2022 he had? Former 6th-rounder topped 800 yards, going from primarily a deep threat to a well-rounded starting receiver.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now it's Peterson. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
That is caught, and he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and now it's 3rd and 3.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Trying with Pickett here on third down. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. On the return is Peterson. Fights through him. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think
that's caught at the 25.
And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
For a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the give, this is Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
At the 20-yard line.
Pickett looking to throw on 2nd down.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Nick Chubb.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
This is Harris on the draw.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Pickett.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Steelers 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw.
Stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my part, see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. Hey, I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays when I'm doing shows. Gotta get all